Hi everyone. It's been a while since I've had a room tour and there's been some changes. Big changes for me, maybe not so big for you. But I decided to do it anyway. The first change is this. It's my stamp shelf actually. I had my father-in-law build it. I sent him a drawing, of what I wanted and measurements, and it came out exactly the way I wanted it to. The storage boxes are full of sponges, and there's a separate compartment for each color of the close to my heart inks. I'm a little compulsive, anal, whatever you want to call it. I don't like mixing and matching, so there's a different color or a different sponge for every color. And the inks and the sponges don't normally sit there, but excuse me, I have a very small room. I think it's 9 by 11. And when I have all my lights on, it gets to be about 132 degrees in here. So there's almost always a fan going. And where my ink pads normally sit in the wintertime is right in front of the window. So I move them over here for the summer. This shelf, this hideous, cluttered, messy shelf, I loved it. I loved it in the last video, but the longer my paper sat on there, the more the shelves would bow. So I've decided it's not going to work for holding all my paper. Apparently, it says that it holds a certain amount of weight, but it doesn't. It doesn't really. Or I have way more paper than I thought I did, which very well could be. The other new thing that I have is when Michael's had their Jetmax cubes on sale at Thanksgiving, I went and got a whole bunch of them. Well, not a whole bunch. I think I got 6. And there they are right there underneath the window. I like it so much better than that shelf that I had under there. And what I would like to do eventually, once I get rid of that tall black shelf in the corner, is take these cubes and extend get more cubes and extend it so that it goes all the way around the corner and meets up with the shelf. So to figure out, that's the heat source right there in my room. So I have to figure out how I'll probably have to raise them up, and then I can have heat in my room in the wintertime. We'll figure something out. I'm sure my father-in-law will help me figure that out. Over here is where I used to store my ribbons. I think it's just a spice rack or something of that sort. The oversized ribbon rolls are still up there, but now I use it to store my stickles and my adhesive and my 2 little glimmer sprays. I'll have more, trust me. I just don't have them right now. This here in the corner is actually one of those tension rods with shelves that go in a shower. I don't have a lot of room for one of those huge clip-it-ups, so that's my version. I use the clip-it-up hooks, and I hang everything on the outer rim. Let's see if we can see it. There's a shelf here and then a rim, and that's where I hang it, on the rim. Works great for me since I don't have a lot of room in here, and I got some extra shelves, so that's awesome. Let's see, the ribbon is now in a gutter along my shelf wall, and I thought I would have so much more room so I could get more ribbon, but apparently all the ribbon that I own will fit in there. So I've only got that little bit of space right there for my extra ribbon that I decided to buy, which I will. I will buy more ribbon. I know I will. This here is the same, though I am in the process of emptying it out. There is a ton of stuff in there that I don't use. I basically use the alphabet chipboards, and that's it in there. So all the big drawers on the bottom is all I use. And over here, that's all my close to my heart embellishments, and I use most of that, so that will probably stay, but all those little drawers up there is probably going to go. Let's see. Over here is where I keep my Cricut, and that tower there is where I used to store my scrap paper, but I would never go in there for my scrap paper, so I leave it empty most of the time. I think there's a couple of things in there that I'm going to get rid of right now. So most of the time it's empty. I'm a standing scrapper, so when I go to crops I bring bed risers and I raise up the table that I'm sitting at or standing at, and that will fit underneath there once I raise up the table, so I can hold a ton of stuff in there for a crop or retreat when I go away to retreat. these cupboards. You know, I use the drawers. This one over here is actually a junk drawer, and I use the middle drawer is where I keep my clear blocks and glitter and stuff that I don't want to forget where it is, but I don't use it every day. And then this is all tools that are too big for the counter. But underneath is all stuff I don't use. I don't ever use anything that's down there, but I don't want to get rid of it. Like in here is a bunch of CD cases and a bunch of old idea books. I don't know why I have them. I don't need them. And down here is actually where my granddaughter, she's got some punches in there, and that's about all that's down there. Some easels for taking pictures of pages. Now, I'm going to let you in my closet. I generally have it closed when I do a video because it's horrendous. But today I'm going to let you in. Don't judge. Alright, my messy closet. This is where I keep this black shelf here. It's actually two of those wire shelves from Target put together. My husband got them to stay together. I have no idea how he did it, but he's awesome. They stay together, they hold on my paper, and they don't bow. So, this is where my computer is as well. My printer's back in the corner with my hard drive. Don't look, it's messy. So, look, but don't. And then, the curtain rod is, those hooks are, they're just curtain hooks. They're just the, excuse me, they're the, I got them at Walmart. They're like $3 for 12. Just generic, plain curtain hooks. And I store stuff on there that I don't want to forget that I have it. I don't use it every day, but I don't want to forget that I have it. So that's where that hangs. And up here is still stuff that I don't use it. It probably needs to be altered, and I don't know where to put it, and I should probably just throw it away. But that's where all that stuff is. And this shelf actually scares me. It was getting to the point where it was so heavy it's bowing, but I've taken some stuff off, so I think I'm safe right now. But that's it. That's my room. Big changes for me, little changes for you. Hope you enjoy it. I will more than likely make another room video as soon as I make my changes with my black shelf here in the corner. So thanks for stopping. Bye.